Last night, Loyola University Chicago students had more to do than their homework. The 65th Primetime Emmy Awards were on TV and hosted by the hilariously timed Neil Patrick Harris. Here are some student reactions.
I watched the Emmys in my dorm room. I'm a huge fan of Breaking Bad, so I was really glad they won. I thought the dresses at the Emmys were good and bad, as always.
I think Kerry Washington should have won instead of that lady from Homeland.
I expected more of it. I thought it was kind of boring. Kind of sad that New Girl didn't win anything, or Game of Thrones, even though they were nominated a whole bunch. But it was a pretty good night overall.
I really like Homeland, so I was rooting for all of them.
According to the United Nations, refugees are classified by three main criteria. 1. Well-founded fear of persecution because of race, religion, nationality, social group, or political opinion. 2. Living outside country of nationality and unable to seek protection of that country. Or 3. Unable to return to their former country. These people are no longer citizens. Many are left in UN camps waiting for the day they are allowed to seek asylum. About 1% of the 14 to 16 million refugees are resettled each year.
There are probably 60 to 70 or 80,000 refugees who currently live in Chicago. Right now, as of this year, we're seeing a lot of refugees still coming from Iraq and some coming from Congo, as well as Ivory Coast, Burma, and a few from Bhutan.
Well, we basically help another person from a different culture adapt to their new environment by just explaining a little things like what, like different types of food we eat or the different type of clothing we wear. I was a refugee myself from Afghanistan, and I decided to take the class just to see how other refugees deal with coming into America and just working with firsthand to see refugees from all around the world.
Once refugees apply for asylum, they are headed down a long road. The refugee asylum seeking process can take up to 18 years. It's a process of large amounts of paperwork, interviews, background checks, as well as proof of persecution and fear. Not only is the paperwork grueling, but once refugees arrive to America, their support systems, VOLAGs, or volunteer agencies, have only enough funds to help them for the first 3 months of life. This is why cultural brokers come in handy. They can teach refugees the skills they need to know to get on their feet.
There, here. Want to try it on my face?
This is Alex Graaff for Loyola University Chicago. Coven Technology World Headquarters have been selling Dopplers since 1981. Dopplers have a wide variety of interchangeable surgical, non-invasive, and plethysmography probes. Surgical probes are validated for a variety of sterilization methods, including ETO 80%, ETO 100%, Steris, Durad, autoclave, pre-sterile, and are also available in single use. But what's a Doppler? A Doppler uses ultrasonic waves to assess the movement of blood through blood vessels or major arteries, and/or pregnancy. In pregnancy, they use ultrasound mechanics, and in non-invasive testing, they check for blood flow and blood pressure using high-frequency waves. For example, in Doppler ultrasonography, a doctor will have a handheld transducer that he will hold over a suspected blood clot. This will transmit and receive back sound waves that will create a moving picture on the monitor. This will also be able to allow an earlier diagnosis. Coven Technology has contributed greatly to the growth of Dopplers and to the greatest gift of all,